Searching for something to do now.
Dang, Brady marching up the field.
I'm watching football, but stepped out for a smoke.
Dang, I bet those streamers don't feel so good now, huh?
All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to... what's up, everyone? I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Jaime Fuego, looking at the sports ball on the TV.
This is your horror show news
with booze! If you're super excited, like Brandon from Jerks Productions, about the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl, good for you.
Go Eagles!
Stephen King is pissed as fuck at you right now.
Good game. I came back. Okay, sassy Southern Gamers here. All right, cool. Good. The comments is working.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, here we
Anibal
are.
Riveros is here.
I know there's a lot of people who don't care about sports ball. They just like horror. So
I don't give a shit about sports
That's
ball.
what we're here to talk about is horror. I personally prefer college football, but that's just me. And real football, obviously, which is called soccer in the United States. Really weird. I don't know. But anyway, sip this beer and let's get to our first story, which just dropped tonight during the Stupid Bowl. The Stupid Bowl? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a story that dropped about an hour and a half before the end of the Super Bowl that was like, hey, you guys know that Cloverfield movie that Netflix has been talking about possibly acquiring?
Well, they did!
They not only acquired it, but that shit's premiering after the game, y'all.
So pretty much right now.
Yeah, right now you can go watch the new Cloverfield movie, but don't you fucking dare do it until you're done watching this shit right now.
I'm kind of guessing that they're going to wait to put it up until all the post-game and all the wrap-up and
No,
all of
I'm
that ad time.
guaranteeing it's done now.
Now?
Because
Let's
it said available
should we
after
look
the
live
game.
right now
Yeah,
on one of our
where's my
phones to
phone?
see if
I
it's
was
there?
looking and my phone's gone, of course, because
yes,
my
you can
phone
do-
is never
Okay.
nearby.
We have the eponymous Brittany Lee grabbing the phone for us, and she's going to be helpful with this. But yeah, it was originally called God Particle, and it has been officially rebranded. People were thinking, there was a rumor that it was going to be Cloverfield Station. Nope, it's not called Cloverfield Station. It's actually called Cloverfield, I can barely even read it, Paradox. Yeah. So, I have a lot of theories about what this movie is going to be, especially with what they have said in the marketing it's supposed to entail. They're saying that this is basically going to explain how things came to New York City.
Okay.
Those monsters came in New York City.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, lovely Vanna White. Please come in and say hello
Dun,
to
dun,
everyone.
dun, dun.
This is the lovely Vanna
welcome.
White. Thank you very much for bringing that in.
Thanks, Britt.
Alrighty. And
But yeah, so this is exciting news, obviously, because of the fact that it was originally supposed to be released in April. It was delayed from last October. Everybody was wondering what the hell Paramount was doing with this project. And even though nothing has been confirmed about what we're going to talk about in the next story, at least for now, Cloverfield Paradox, you are going to be able to watch once the Super Bowl is done, which is very exciting news. Are you going to check if it's on the Netflix app?
oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, Anibal says, wasn't the next Cloverfield called God Particle?
It was originally called God Particle, but they finally rebranded it, similar to the fact that 10 Cloverfield Lane was originally under a different title as well. And it's funny how J.J. Abrams sees these type of films and then kind of, presumably to us, rebrands them, but I'm not so sure, especially about what they're saying here.
Boom!
It's there!
Play.
It's there!
It is officially available.
Damn.
Or at least the trailer says it's available. Wait, hang on. Let me try
Maybe
and
it's
play the
not
movie.
available.
Nope, yep. Hour and 42 minutes. The movie is
What?
available.
Cloverfield, new
Fucking
Cloverfield.
goddamn it. I know what I'm doing right after the news, motherfucker.
Yeah, right after the news. I'm going to drive home and watch this. Cecil is going to as well, and we're going to try to remote review this.
Yeah, we're going to remote
tonight.
review this tonight, guys. Yeah, we have to.
I think we do. We need to jump on this. Jump on this train, sir.
Feel it.
Dino is
Jump
there.
on it. What up,
Yeah.
Dino?
And we've got OCD Horror. It's up right now. Yes,
Beth
thank
S
you,
is
Chase.
here. Yep, we just saw.
Chase, can we at least agree that we're both interested in this movie? Chase,
Boy, you guys
Chase
are
loves
so-
giving me shit.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
They like your orange shorts, Fuego.
Oh, can I see?
Apparently so.
Move up a little bit. Jeez.
All right, so it's who cares, whatever. We're informal formal here. Okay, so
The informal formal. So
we're
yes, this is
excited.
big- this is
Obviously,
big-ass news.
if we're going to be watching this tonight, we're very excited. Not only are we watching this tonight, but we are vetoing watching the new Hellraiser in order to watch this. Now, Fuego,
Yeah.
do you care? Let me just ask you on camera. Do you care about the new one, or should I just watch it and review it on my own with Brittany?
Just watch it and review it on your own, man, because of the fact
damn
that,
you.
well, I mean...
Why did I wait?
I haven't
Fine.
seen any of the other Hellraisers. I haven't even
Okay,
seen
well, that
past
makes sense.
2. Yeah.
All right, we'll
I've
do
only
that.
seen the first 2. So.
Yes, Anibal, we did indeed do a reaction to the new Castle Rock trailer.
Yup.
Just like we finally did a reaction to Hereditary, guys. Jesus.
I know, you were just
Calm
badgering
your
us
tits
all.
about
goddamn
Hereditary.
week.
Wow, every goddamn episode. You guys should really check out this movie Hereditary. No,
As I said earlier,
I'm acting like I'm, they're all just letting us know because they're excited about this movie.
Oh, I know, because it looks pretty damn good. I had my ex-girlfriend message me on Facebook for the first time in months and be like, have you heard about this movie? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you have. And I was just like, I'm like, that's what you're going to contact me about? That shit was funny. But,
she was reaching out.
Maybe.
She wants she wants F's D, if you know what I mean.
I don't think so. That's not on the market. Anyway, but so this is very cool news, and segues into our next story very, very well, though, because of the fact that despite saying J.J. Abrams is producing this, horror film that is apparently about Nazis doing crazy experiments that's taking place, during World War II, obviously, and it was called Overlord. That's the working title. That film originally was supposed to be coming out October 26, 2018. There's a lot of people speculating now, and we got our first hint of confirmation that Netflix owns, the Cloverfield property now. It's
really? Okay.
Paramount sold it away. Paramount's allowed them to premiere this movie ahead of April because of it, and that as opposed to seeing the release date...
Take a half step to your right, would you?
To my right?
Yeah. No. Let's make sure we're both in frame. Go ahead.
Cool. Right. But as opposed to seeing it in October like we were originally going to, maybe in a couple months we'll see that fourth Cloverfield movie. So this is my Cloverfield theory. Okay, so...
This is my theory.
Cloverfield theory. So... I didn't really like the first Cloverfield film that much. I need to rewatch it.
Why?
I need to rewatch it. No, it was just okay. I mean, acting was okay.
You're just okay.
I know.
Sorry.
I wouldn't claim anything else.
Sorry.
I don't think I'm bad, but I don't think I'm great or anything. I mean, humility, yo. But nonetheless, the first Cloverfield didn't wow me. Let's just put it that way. But I loved the bunker aspect of the second film. I thought Goodman's performance was amazing. Damn, thank you, News with Burpy Booze. It's called burping when you drink beer.
It was okay.
It was quite the belch. Anyway, though, I'm very interested in these next two films, Overlord and The Once God Particle, for the sheer fact that I think how they're saying they're going to finally explain what happened with this universe, how we have these creatures. My theory, for anybody who's about to watch God Particle, I think that these experiments that the Nazis were doing, which is obviously going to be a super prequel, and then God Particle, these space experiments, which they're doing on this station because of an energy crisis, I'm kind of thinking, I hate to tie it into Stephen King, but Revival. Because in the book Revival, there is this guy who is an electricity and energy enthusiast that is essentially opening portals to other worlds to generate energy from them. I'm thinking some fucking Lovecraft shit, hardcore. There were people playing with forces of energy from other dimensions that they didn't necessarily realize what they were going to incur, and I think we're going to see the space aspect of it, and then we're also going to see in Overlord, this fourth Cloverfield film, the super prequel aspect of where everything started with this theory, and maybe there's like a German scientist on the Guard Particle space station that is continuing the research of this person in the Overlord film. That's my big grand theory, that as I've read more and more about these two films specifically, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I don't know. I just unleashed a a lot of stuff. Do you think I'm wrong?
No, not that you're wrong necessarily. I'm just excited to let it play out.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. I'm so, I love this release strategy from Netflix. Just oh, by the way, here's our Cloverfield, dick. It's out on the table.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Admire it. Stroke it. Enjoy it.
Exactly. And I'm super excited to watch this. I'm really hoping you don't go home and pass out, because I really want to... No, I mean, because that's I really legitimately want to get to this tonight, because I love creature movies. 10 Cloverfield Lane ended up being a creature movie, even though it was one of my least favorite kinds of movies with a bunker aspect. I love the creatures at the end, and if this is what sort of explains,
kind of a life vibe to it.
Well, didn't we just read something that said that there was time travel or time aspects, that creatures from the future are coming back to now?
I'm positive it's about opening cosmic vortexes, in this energy research, whatever, and stuff comes out through these portals or vortexes or whatever that you did not realize was going to be there as you're harnessing, or at least attempting to, this kind of energy.
Yeah.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So
that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Now, before we move on to the next episode or the next story, guys, just so you know, we are going to be taking part in something really cool in the next 2 weeks.
Shout out to Gory B from the Horror Addicts.
Gory B Movie from Horror Addicts is putting together a really awesome event. It's going to be essentially 24 hours of horror on 24 different channels across YouTube, trying to raise awareness for smaller horror channels and hashtag Save HorrorTube. We are going to be... we'll announce the official times once the schedule is officially set, but
it's almost there.
We are going to be guesting on another channel, and then we're going to be hosting a big Google Hangout with at least 2 or 3 other channels that we've confirmed so far. Dino, we'd of course love to have you, and same with you, Amanda, if you guys are game. But so far we've confirmed the Death Twitch and Gory from Horror Addicts herself will be guesting on our Twitch or on our stream. So we will go into that down the line, but I wanted to at least let you guys know.
Yes.
Now, Fuego, what is the third story?
Well, the third story is more Netflix action, and this is like a little bit of a shorter one, but it's a film that's been on my radar for a while. It's called Les Effomes, and it's actually a French-Canadian film that was recently acquired by Netflix. It's supposed to be just another distinctively different take on the zombie genre, more so like an infection kind of thing, along the lines of Girl with All the Gifts, 28 Days Later, that sort of thing. It was reviewed by many people gloriously when it premiered just a few months ago. So another solid acquisition. Have you seen enough interesting things in new zombie movies to keep you interested in the genre at all?
I would have said no, except for the fact that very appropriate for what we're doing.
Which we just put up today.
Our first trailer reaction for today was for a movie called The Cured, which is a zombie movie that when we did the trailer reaction, we were legitimately surprised at how much we wanted to see it, because it actually, after all this time, it actually looked like a new take on the zombie genre.
Yes.
And a lot of people tried to say it was like In the Flesh because it dealt with cured zombies, but it was dealing with it in a completely different way.
I agree.
So I don't agree with that necessarily comparison, but I now see that there are certain new takes on zombie movies that can excite me. They're just very few and far between.
I agree too. Yeah, you can't reinvent the wheel, obviously, but you can at least meld different aspects of genres and framing and stuff like that to actually make these films interesting. And it's going to be coming out March 2nd, 2018, so we're less than a month away from a new take on zombies, because, I mean, we were both so burnt out on the genre, and then we saw something like... what was the Korean one that we liked so flippin' much?
Train to Busan.
Train to Busan was fantastic. I love The Girl with All the Gifts. I
still haven't seen that.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
We still got to get a review when Marsha comes back. You and her going to do a review of that.
Yeah, that's right, because she didn't like it.
Yeah.
If I remember.
And I'll join in. I'll be the mediator.
Yeah, well, he will at least try to be. So, yeah, March 2nd, you have a new... I think it's even in French with subtitles, but I'm not 100%. It is a Canadian production, and yeah, I'm stoked about this. But let's jump to the next story, which you showed this mobile.
I am excited
you
about
showed
this.
this mobile game to me, and you made the comparisons about it. Mm-hmm. And look who is making a Friday the 13th mobile game now.
That's really cool. That you know, they deserve it. They paid homage to the Friday the 13th franchise with a simple little fun puzzle game that was, you know, that was steeped in pixelated gore, and it's so amazing. And I'm very happy about this.
Exact same approach, but now they have the licensing to really go full nine.
That's really cool, because then you can literally do Friday the 13th Part 1, Part 2, because that's how they divided up the levels, was each movie was a different VHS tape you would click on to do the different levels.
Well, and that's the cool thing. It's coming out April 13th for your mobile device. Yeah, I know, right?
Naturally.
And it's called Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle, and it has over 100 levels.
I'm gonna be all about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, how would you Let's Play on a mobile device, though? I wonder.
There's got to be a way. I've seen people connect their iPads before. I don't have an iPad. I'm actually going to be in dramatic need of an iPad about 2 weeks from now for streaming purposes and whatnot. So we're going to be needing to do that, and so hopefully I'll be able to tie in to some mobile Let's Plays by doing it.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. This, I mean, I saw the graphics. It looks very I mean, it looks like Slayaway Camp, obviously.
Slayaway Camp is so much fun.
Yeah. And I like
we'll capture that shit too. Then
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well.
Yeah.
We'll do a side-by-side comparison if we have to. Well, I'm excited about it.
Yes. And if we're going to do more slasher news, apparently during a recent, Reddit AMA, which the guy that we got to met. We got to met this man. Yes, we did. No, we got to meet Adam Green, and the dude was awesome. He talked to us for, over 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. When there was a lengthy line of people behind us. He was very kind and, listened about script ideas, gushing about his films. Dude was very cool. But fun thing is that he was doing this Reddit AMA recently, and he gave some insight about his process for Hatchet 5, not really revealing if it would be called Victor Crowley 2 or Hatchet 5 or something different or whatever, but he said his plan for the next movie, provided it sees success on home release, which comes out February 6th, so just in a couple days, you will be able to watch it on VOD, buy it on Amazon presumably, but Hatchet 5, he's going to finally take Crowley out of the swamp because he's been there the whole damn time. He was almost like referencing Jason Takes Manhattan kind of shit,
That's cool. I don't mind that. Let's take him out of the swamp, because not only did it feel like it had been confined to the swamp for too long in Victor Crowley, but it felt like it had been a dramatically reduced in size swamp. So that
in the
was
fourth
a bummer.
movie, yeah, unfortunately, I still like performances, interaction, kills, all of that was good. But it was as a big fan of that series, it was an observation you made that since I haven't watched 2 and 3, you were just like, dude, it felt like the budget went down. And we have 16 people watching. Q, super Q. You
Walker
guys?
Films, what's up? Edward D is here. Channel Sundown, I don't know if we mentioned she's here as well, but Walker Film says, hey, I'm back after trying to join in last time. Love the shows, and hail to Stephen King, which has helped me get into his work deeper.
Yes! Thank you, Walker Films.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, another hail episode coming on Tuesday. And
ooh, Jetfire is here. Any chance you guys will do Devilman Crybaby? I'm actually very tempted to do that. I might have a little bit of extra time coming up here in the near future, so I plan to probably diving into some stuff. So Devilman Crybaby might be one of them. There have been a lot of requests for that,
okay.
And actually PewDiePie did a reaction saying that he surprisingly really enjoyed it. So.
I have to mention that series because of the fact that a friend of mine at work, who's like super nerd friend of mine, big Comic-Con goer and stuff like that, he was like, have you watched Devilman Crybaby lately? And I was like, I have not, unfortunately. And he's like, dude, the soundtrack is amazing. It's bloody and sexy and insane. And I was like, well, we liked the trailer reaction. Is it dubbed? Like, what did they end up going with it? The manga stretches back to the 70s, as I was doing doing some research on Wikipedia. And the soundtrack stuff he was playing me was like straight up Turbo Kid kind of like 80s throwback awesomeness, like driving synthy, like really cool. And he told me, once again, bloody, sexy, crazy. And we liked the trailer, so I think we have to make some time. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, another Netflixy, so.
All right, well, what's up after Hatchet 5, then, Fuego?
The next one is going to be the fact that...
I did hear about this, yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Lang gave further confirmation during a recent interview with Screen Rant, which is a very prominent site, covering movie news and stuff, that, don't forget about the fact that me and Fetty, despite the fact that he is working on, what is the sequel or reboot is totally eluding me. I didn't put it in the show notes here. But, in any event, still on the slate, according to Stephen Lang, is Don't Breathe 2. And it's apparently not going to have, like, the girl from the previous one. It's just going to be more about his story, and it's going to focus primarily on Lang's character. And, there is boastfulness about it being the best idea for a sequel he had ever heard. Who the hell knows?
Of course, because it was all him, if that's the case.
Yeah, true. But, I really, really liked the first film. Despite the fact that I wasn't the biggest fan of the Evil Dead remake, I need to rewatch it and try to detach myself from source material and just rewatch it as being its own thing, despite the fact that it is kind of in the same universe. When you see Bruce Campbell Ash at the very end in the post-credits, they gave the little Easter egg just to remind you, oh, hey, yeah, there is a connection, even if it's like a different universe kind of connection. Who knows if the Necronomicon sent one to another alternate reality or whatever. But I loved Don't Breathe, even the weird chicken baster craziness that they eventually went into.
Turkey
baster, chicken baster.
It's much smaller baster.
It's much smaller baster, yes. But in the back half of the film, the shizzle got crazy, but I still really enjoyed that film. I loved the use of lighting, especially. I thought that was one of the biggest things about it, which was cool. And sound, I mean, it was inventive, and it showed the talent that this guy has. So, Don't Breathe 2. Who is excited? Cecil, still excited.
I am excited. I really like Stephen Lang. I really enjoyed the first movie. I don't particularly care that it's not going to be a blind man unrealistically tracking down this girl that he's anonymous to, just somehow find. Like, I'm fine with that not being the case, because that would be a big, you know, that's a tough thing to sort of suspension of disbelief. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, when he has no name, no identity, nothing of any kind, I mean, it doesn't make sense to pursue that aspect of the story. You're totally right, man.
So, I do want to just check in with the viewers real quick.
Yes, let's please do it, because we love all you guys joining us when, 20 of you, when everybody's watching Super Bowl post-game stuff, including my girl from Huntress, who is awesome. She's a Philly
Edward
fan.
D says, I had a bus driver when I was a wee lad that was like high school dropout, young goth girl, and she would play Marilyn Manson on cassette and always wear Devil May Cry t-shirt every day.
Well, this is a different property. This is Devil May
Cry, baby. Right, that's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing. But you can tell where Capcom, culled their inspiration for this, I think.
Eric, Speed of Sound is here. What up? What up? What up? What up? Good to see you, buddy. That would be Speed of Sound, a.k.a. the Death Twitch.
Oh, is that? Oh, that because he has a
new channel.
Eric, I watched your little announcement about that, dude, and we need to collaborate if we can on a Hangout, Skype, something about that, because I would love to.
He's only like 3 miles from you.
Is he?
On the west side, yeah.
I always forget that.
Yeah. Anyway.
We're finally Facebook friends now, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow, that didn't sound. Finally, Facebook friends. Eric.
No, I love Eric. He's awesome.
No, I do too, obviously. That's why Eric is going to hopefully, barring any unforeseen circumstances, guest star on our part of the Gory Bee movie 24-hour horror stream.
Oh, so he's going to come chill that night?
No, I don't think. We'll do remotely.
Like
that. I mean, he's welcome to.
Yeah.
But okay. I'm guessing he just plans to do it remotely via Google Hangouts.
Oh, I see. Okay. S Rose 40. She says.
What up, S Rose?
At least I think it's a she. I could be totally wrong. Hell yes, we can. I am not going to assume anything. That makes an ass of myself as well.
All right, Fuego, what's next?
The only one I can remember. So yes, okay. So next story. I'm trying to sing. I'd like to sing.
Yeah, I guess.
I like to sing. Anyway, this is something that I was totally unaware of, about the fact that the Planet of the Apes script, the one that we have... the one that we eventually saw put to screen, was apparently drastically different than the person who did the first draft of it.
Okay.
The first draft, which was done in the 60s, obviously, of the Planet of the Apes, did not take place in, like, this barbaric kind of whatever place. It was actually modern society, which they eventually got to with the Planet of the Apes films. But yeah, modern society, chic apes running everything, and humans being in the same kind of place, but with, everything being very modern as opposed to, like throwback and ancient and stuff like that. And who happened to write this original script? But none
William
other
Shakespeare
than Rod fucking Sterling, the guy who created the Twilight Zone.
Wow.
He is still credited as
Rod
being
Serling.
Rod Serling, yes, sorry, Rod Serling. But he's credited as a writer on the final product. But his ideas were drastically changed so massively that it was a totally different thing that ended up coming to be. However, check this out. We have Boom Studios, of all peeps, teaming with 20th Century Fox for something called Planet of the Apes Visionaries, and is going to be a graphic novel adaptation of the original Serling script. And I'm intrigued by this. There's a few photos of initial artwork that are floating around, and it's going to be coming out in August of 2018. I think this is super cool. I've always been intrigued by the Apes franchise, but I can't say I've ever been super diehard about it, which is why I haven't watched all of these 3 new ones that people rave so much about.
The 3 new ones are amazing. Yeah. I have not made it all the way through a single one of the old ones. I do not care. I think the makeup is horrible. I don't give a shit about the classicness of it. It's the same thing as why I don't watch the old black and white movies.
The first one's great. Man.
I get it. I get
you
it.
damn dirty apes!
Okay, whatever. Blah blah blah.
Iconic, man. Who's with me?
Anyway,
Who's with me?
so
okay, I have to ask you though.
Don't care.
Did you like the Tim Burton one?
No.
Really?
It was horrible, dude. The mask effect. I can't get over the mask.
I thought the makeups were great.
No.
Yeah, they were.
No. It sounded like they were all talking through fat rubber masks the entire movie. That does not work for me. No, I thought the 3 new Ape movies were unbelievable.
I thought
and so enjoyable. Yeah. War for the Planet of the Apes. I cried twice in that movie. It was. Have you watched it yet?
No.
Dude, it is
like
so
I said,
good.
I mean, I've watched pieces of all 3.
Dude, War is such a great
War is
movie.
the second one, right?
No, the third one.
Oh,
no, okay. I actually wasn't a huge fan of the second one.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes is the second one?
Yeah, it's Dawn, and then Rise, and then War. Yeah.
I thought it was the opposite.
Or it might be Rise and then Dawn.
Yeah,
I always get those confused. Yeah. It's Dawn and then Rise?
Yeah.
Rise, Dawn.
Yeah, because lots
Rise,
of people,
Dawn, War. Okay.
Lots of people talked smack about the titling of those films, saying Dawn should have been first, Rise should have been second.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It didn't make any sense, but they changed out directors, and a lot of people thought that
War was the best one. War was absolutely the best one by a long fart. Yep.
By a long fart.
No, by a long shot and by long and far, but yes, by a long fart.
By a long fart as well. By a monkey fart. Ha 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 ha.
Let's hope one day you will appreciate the old movies. I know, Dino. I know, man. I feel so bad that I don't, man.
They're really good. Although
I feel so bad that I don't.
Although I'll admit, I have not watched...
Rise, then Dawn, then War, says Sam Power.
Yeah,
okay.
I have not watched Beneath the Planet of the Apes or any of those crazy sequels.
Mauricio's here. Cloverfield, I'm watching every movie tonight. I don't need to rewatch the first one. I know it I know the first one inside and out.
And I don't.
I only watched 10 Cloverfield Lane once, but I don't think there was enough that tied into the actual. We're not going to get.
No, it wasn't until the end. Man.
No. But there was no actual Cloverfield lore that was explored in that. It was just shit that was happening in the universe. This looks like it might be Cloverfield lore that's explained. Well, that's what I'm really excited about.
Well, yeah, they're saying in some of the promotional material, like I said during that story, this is how we're going to find out why this thing came to... You guys, if you didn't hear my theory, I can obviously go into it again, but I probably shouldn't since I've already railed about it a few times. I think God Particle, as it's now called Cloverfield Paradox, is going to be a prequel about harnessing of energy from another dimension and then other shit coming out of that dimension, and that's why we have creatures. It's very Lovecraft.
Don't care. I'm excited.
Anyway.
Creature
movie. Creature movie. So let's jump into our next story. And yes, this is one you're going to be interested about.
No, I saw this
comic book coming out. But
I'll be getting it.
It has nothing to do with the film.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's just an adaptation of the book.
It's a straight up adaptation of the book.
That's fine.
Get people excited about the theatrical release.
No, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I love Meg. I was
curious what your reaction to this was going to be.
Why wouldn't I get it?
Yeah,
I read comics. It's a comic version of one of my favorite book series.
It's not that I thought you weren't going to get it. I just was.
No, you know what?
I was
curious.
Get
the fuck out.
Hey,
give me your notes. I'm going to finish the. No, I'm just kidding.
This guy's terrible. I liked Get Out. Okay, I don't know if it should have been nominated for an Oscar. Anyway,
I think it should have been. Why not? Dude, it's the first horror movie to be nominated for an Oscar for that.
It's definitely more of a horror movie than Shape of Water.
Shape of Water was bestiality personified.
Some people are into that. I don't know if they should be.
Apparently the Academy voters are into that.
They're so in for it.
They're like...
No, but there's this Meg comic coming, and where is the date that I wrote?
Where is the date that I wrote?
I think it's coming in March. Anyway.
Yeah, you said March.
Yes, I did indeed say March. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, so it is going to be like a direct adaptation of the Steve Alton book. Mm-hmm. And
which one? The original book or the special edition?
That was the one thing they did not specify.
Because he did write the original book, and then he wrote a special edition where in one version of the book, the shark rises and goes towards California. In the special edition version, the shark rises and goes towards China. Because China is paying for half of the Meg movie. So he changed the book to make it go towards that way. Personally, there's a scene that they ended up losing, if I'm not mistaken, in the special edition, or at least they had to change the location of, where there is a surfer that is out in the water, like aware, like scared of what's going on. He gets this bad feeling and he starts to paddle in. And as he catches the wave, the shark is like trying to engulf him, but he literally catches the wave and surfs out of the shark's mouth. It's like this badass scene, dude. Yeah. I hope they do that shit, but I don't know.
Well,
Leo McKenna says, I think the new Cloverfield will be a disaster. Well, you can go find out as soon as we're done with the news, Leo.
Obviously.
Just like we're going to go do.
I hope you're wrong, but no.
I agree.
And
are you going to read the Meg book? The Meg comic?
The Meg comic? Yeah, I'll read the Meg comic. I've downloaded the audiobook. You lent me the book. I'm going to be dividing my time between both. And I was just waiting until closer to August to get that rocking. I'm reading Night Shift right now for a 40th anniversary review. So,
get on Meg.
Get on Meg.
Get on it.
I don't know if I want to get on Meg, and bitch should eat me.
Do it. Get on
Terrible.
it. Get on. All right, well, Fuego, last story.
The last story is one that I already knew about, but a frequent viewer of ours, Ms. Bond, was like Facebooking us the other day because she lives in Vegas and she was going apeshit about this. There's apparently now open a Saw. It's called the official Saw escape room, and it's in Vegas. I was originally thinking it was going to be at a casino, but it's apparently like its own thing, so it's not even tied in with any of the casino stuff. It is being run by a gentleman by the name of, where the hell is it? Jason Egan, and he is behind Egan Productions and the Fright Dome, which is at Circus, which a lot of people consider one of the scariest destinations for something of that nature.
Really?
In Las Vegas, so he is esteemed. He's the one that put this together, and it's got 6 different rooms. You start out in the iconic bathroom area from the very first film, and even better, they were able to convince Tobin Bell to come on and record some original dialogue that plays throughout the entire place while you're trying to escape that shit. This is exciting for Saw fans, maybe?
Yep.
I'm not a big Saw fan, but
I would absolutely.
I've only seen the first 2 Saws, so I don't know.
It
seems kind of cool.
I've been bandying about the idea of doing another horseshoe escape room experience. Horror show.
The horror show.
And I do want us to go do the group VR thing that is at Octane Raceway, because Britt and I tested it out, which you'll be able to see a review of the Zombies Outbreak VR experience. It was really cool. It's this giant open room, up to 8 people. They strap on a backpack that has headphones and a VR helmet, and then they give you a massive VR machine gun, and you represent an avatar, and you can see all your friends, and you actually walk around the room. You move your character around, and you freaking shoot zombies and stuff. Britt and I are going to talk all about it. It's really amazing.
So you went and did it already?
Yeah, we did it. We did it last weekend. By the way, racing the go-karts at Octane Raceway, I was first time ever doing it. I ranked 19,000 out of 774,000 different racers. So
you're in the
top 3%.
You're in the upper echelon.
Top 3% of the racers. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Very cool.
Props
to Cecil for the.
We'll be talking about that stuff, but it's exciting. We got to be doing that kind of stuff in the very near future.
Well, yeah, and the cool thing is that it is not just going for like a month or 2 or whatever. It is an engagement that is going to be going for the entire year of 2018. So if you guys want to plan out, if you're big Saw fans, if you want to go and experience this yourself, I mean, Tobin Bell just did a shot thing of him trying to do it himself. It's floating around on the interwebs and whatnot. But if you want all of the information, it's at sawescaperoom.com, so you can see where it's located. You can book ahead of time. They're like birthdays, bridal parties, bachelorette, blah blah, whatever. Yeah, they're really trying hard to get people into this. And it's funny now, since the Super Bowl is over, we're at like 27 people compared to the 8 or 10 that we had initially. Are we still connected? What's going on?
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure the comments pop back up. The comments disappeared for some reason. Guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing you would like to make time to go and try to do before the end of the year, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, not only that, but Brittany and I did a Let's Play of a game called Play With Me, which is a Saw type escape room video game that we have to discern clues. Unfortunately, we had perhaps a couple of drinks too many when we tried it. Did not work out super well, so we've been meaning to get back to it. But you should check it out, Fuego. It's pretty funny. We start cursing at the game. But you have to, you start off in a room, you get like a towel, you have to clean blood off to get a code to a door, and then you get to the next room, and then you have to you have to figure out the clues to escape each room. It's really, really fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, first I played with mommy, now I won't play with you.
Oh boy! All right, guys. Well,
that's the end of the story.
that's the end of the news stories for this week. We're going to go ahead and call it because we need to go watch the new Cloverfield and do a review tonight for you guys. It'll be a remote review. Fuego's going to run home to do it. But we're going to get this going tonight, and hopefully before the next 5 or 6 hours, you'll see a review up on the channel of it.
Woo!
So thank you guys very much for watching. Let us know which of the news stories you're the most excited about in the comments down below. But until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I've been Homie and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared!
And check out Cloverfield tonight if you guys get the chance.
Yeah, do it, because we're gonna. I know I'm gonna.